Thunder Blows Online TV. Thunder Blows.
Viewers, a very good evening and welcome to special edition of our program Zamfara in Focus. This is a current affairs program where we featured important personalities and guests to discuss issues bordering around socio-economic well-being of Zamfara people. Today, we are hosting a very special and important guest, Zamfara State Police Command spokesperson, SP Shehu Muhammad. He has featured for the first time into this program to discuss the special directive by the Inspector General of Police regarding the use of customized police spy number. This instruction was handed down to police commands across 36 states and formations. They were instructed by the Inspector General of Police to ensure that there is a total ban on the use of this customized police spy number. And I think prior to this studio discussion, SP Shehu Muhammad, on behalf of the State Police Command, has issued a press release to media organizations directing individuals to take note of the new directive and comply with the instruction of the Inspector General of Police in the overall interest of ensuring internal security and sustainability of peace and order. SP Shehu, you are welcome to this edition of our special program Zamfara in Focus.
Thank you very much, our viewers.
Viewers, my name is Anasani Anka. I am to anchor the program. And without much hurry, we are going deep into the discussion. SP, we have heard that there is a recent directive from the Inspector General of Police regarding the use of this customized police spy number. People wondered what information or security intelligence do you have that warrant this recent directive. We may want you to please inform the public why this decision now.
Thank you very much. Before I proceed further, let me first of all commend this media, Thunder Blows, for your support, for your collaboration and synergy with the security agencies, especially the police, in making sure that you keep members of the public abreast of what is happening security-wise in Zamfara State. Not only Thunder Blowers, but all media outfits in Zamfara State. I want to commend their outstanding performance, and we look forward to sustaining this collaboration and synergy. You will recall that 2 days ago, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, PSC Daga, NPM, FDC, through the first public relations officer, CSP, Muyewa Adetobi, had banned the use of police spy plates number nationwide, including the FCT, whether authorized or otherwise. And the IGP had instantly revoked the authorization of such numbers. So, in view of this, the Zamfara State Police Command under
were there security intelligence maybe that called for this decision?
No, you see, the IG's directives was to forestall the continuous disregard for traffic rules and regulation and other extant laws. You understand?
Yes.
For people who are hiding the privileges of this spy number to commit some unwarranted
traffic
violations and other commission of crimes. And this is aimed at strengthening the internal security of this country, considering the lingering security situation, not only in Zamfara State,
across the nation.
Across the nation. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So, this is the reason, and this is the aims and objectives for the Inspector General of Police to order.
So now that the decision is handed down to police commands and formation, may we know what steps have you instituted as a command to make sure that this directive is enforced?
We have taken so many steps. The number one step was for the commissioner with all the tactical and strategic officers of the command. The area commanders, our divisional police officers, and other tactical commanders, to brief them on this IG's instruction. And also for the CB to also issue his own instruction that will ensure that the IG's instruction is successfully complied with. That was number one. Okay. Number two, to constitute a special task force enforcement committee under the leadership of AC Operations, ACP Eliadoma.
Yeah.
And the team was mandated, the task force team was mandated to go around to ensure or to monitor the level of compliance by the operating police officers. So, and
what is the level of progress so far?
The next step was for my office to issue a press statement, brief the media, embark on sensitization tour,
just like what you are doing.
like what I'm doing now, to embark on sensitization tour, to sensitize members of the public on what this IGP's directive is all about, and the need to comply with the directive.
So what has been the progress so far at the level of Zamfara? Has the task force commenced? Have you reached out to other stakeholders?
I want to assure you that the task force team has already commenced its responsibilities by visiting some locations, some local government. But today the committee or the task force team visited some locations, some areas within the state capital. Also. And I was part of the team that have gone around to see how the policemen that we have assigned to do this duty are conducting their operations.
So was there any attempt to reach out to sister security agencies in search of synergy?
Yes.
Okay.
There is synergy and collaboration in carrying out this mandate. Security agencies, especially road safety and civil defense, had been properly informed. And in fact, today, while going around in the state capital, personnel from road safety and the civil defense were among the people that have gone around with us to ensure the level of compliance and to ensure and to monitor how the policemen are conducting this operation.
So one impressive thing about this new directive was the categorical statement made by the IGP on the police officers that may likely going to be involved in this operation to be purely civic and be careful of the fundamental human rights of Nigerians. I don't know at your own level whether you have called for retreat with these operational police officers to remind them of the responsibility that in as far as they should enforce this directive, just like the IGP said, they need to observe and ensure full protection of the fundamental human right of citizens. You know, it is a natural thing. When you are into a special mission, sometimes you may overstep the gun.
You are right, because this one was part of the directives given by the Inspector General of Police to the Commissioners of Police here.
Yeah.
And, you know, this one is a special duty, special operation. So not everybody that will be involved in this assignment. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So that is why the CP directed area commanders and DPOs that see any personnel, the personnel you are involving in this special assignment must be properly briefed on what is expected of them and what is not expected of them. And like you said, part of what these operatives have been lectured or were lectured was consideration of fundamental human right of everybody. Whether you are affected by this or not, you must observe the human right of everybody.
So this has been emphasized.
This has been emphasized.
Okay.
And then number two, nobody is allowed to use this privilege to extort the innocent people.
Okay, well, now what is going to be your appeal to the public? You know, when there is a directive of this magnitude, it's a normal thing that some people may attempt to react against the directive, which may attract the anger of the police on duty to also maybe take action that may result to chaos. What is your appeal to the public also support your operatives?
You see, anybody you see having this spy number must have been a responsible and law-abiding citizen of Nigeria. Because for you to follow the proper channels, you apply. You understand? You apply. You exercise patience before you get approval, and you finally get the number. That is to say, you are a law-abiding citizen. So we are equally expecting that if something of this nature, or maybe contrary, comes, we are expecting that they should be the first people to equally comply and abide by the directive, because going by the content of the order and directives of the IGP, you know, the IGP meant well for this country. These directives and order is to assist in strengthening the nation's internal security.
So before we conclude this discussion, the recent Kuje incident, which resulted to the prison break, has generated a lot of concern.
Yeah. And
just last week, we have seen in the footage you sent, the CP has visited the Gusau Medium Prison, Medium Correctional Center here, and also extensively visit to the other correctional centers across the local governments. May we know what measures have you taken to make sure that normalcy has been sustained in most of our correctional centers across the state?
Yes, thank you. When this incident happened in Kuji, so the CP was so proactive that, look, considering the prevailing security situation in Zamfara State, let us be proactive and ensure that we do something that will avert or prevent any unwarranted
public suspicion.
So, CP first of all met with the controller of the Nigerian Correctional Service State, and during that their interface, they discussed extensively on how best to put in or to improve the security of correctional centers in the state to prevent any unwarranted incident in the state. Yeah. And the CP, along with the controller, visited the Gusau Medium Security Custodial Facility and assessed the security architecture of that center with a view to improving the security of the place, not only but in all the 14 local government area of Zamfara State. Okay. So I want to assure you that the command, in collaboration with the corrections center and other security agencies, have taken appropriate measures to ensure that does not happen in Zamfara State.
So, SP Shehu, we may like to draw the curtain. Thank you for having time to feature in this our special English program. On behalf of the production crew, I, Anasani Anka, say masala.
Thank you very much.
Thunder Blows Online TV. Thunder Blows.